Hi Tracy, hi Preeti, hi Janvi, hi Elizabeth. So good morning, good evening, everyone. So am I audible to you all right? So we can start with our demo session if I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, great. So let us have a quick introduction of yourself. Let's start with Elizabeth. I think Elizabeth, this is your first demo sessions, right?
Yes, please. Yes. My friend told me about Durga, and I was like, okay, I need to come and see for myself. And here I am.
Okay, perfect. So what about Janvi?
Yeah, this is my first session, Eshwari. This is my first demo session. I got it through my friend. So I just wanna.
Okay. Hi Tracy. Good evening, good morning.
Good evening. Yes,
Yeah,
this is class. I actually didn't make it yesterday, so I'm excited to see what you guys have going on.
okay. So fine then. So what is your understanding on data and data analytics?
Data analytics, I see it as a part of the company or someone coming in as a consultant to help figure out what the data they have is, and then where they need to go, where the marketing money goes, where the next stage in business goes.
Mhm.
Making it digestible visual for the stakeholders.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. So we'll understand today little concepts, how vast the data is and how it is distributed and the flow of data to the organizations and how they make a use of it, right? These all plays a vital role here. So first of all, we have to understand what is data and data analytics and data analysis and data analyst. So these are the four terminologies we have to understand first. So basically, what is data? Data is nothing but an information, or else it is a knowledge to the organizations, which helps them to deal with the data and to make a decisions for the growth of the organization and to improve the revenue for the particular financial year. So this will be the data and its importance. What is data now? Data is the information or a knowledge which is very important for the organizations or a business to take up a business decisions and also to increase the revenue by optimizing the cost or the expenses incurred by the organization. So what they do basically, the data analytics. So here again you have to understand the three terminologies called data analysis, right? Data analyst and also the data professional or data analyst, right? So these are the three different DAs we have: data analysis, data analyst, and also data analytics. So these are the three terminologies. We have to understand the difference between them. There is no huge differences. The minor differences we have to understand between them. So basically analysis refers to we will be analyzing the data, right? So analyzing the data, it refers to we are understanding the data, we are reading the data, right? So this is also called as exploratory data analysis, EDA. Okay, the process of analyzing the data, exploring the data, and examining the data set is known as data analysis. Okay, so what is data analytics? Analytics is nothing but the process of converting the raw data into a meaningful insights with the help of various tools and technologies. So what are the various tools and technologies over here? The tools and technologies may be Excel, MySQL, right? And PostgreSQL or any SQLs or the databases used by the organization, but the database knowledge is must and should. And the Excel, why? Because we use that Excel part for a wider range. In the data analytics, it might be for the data cleaning, manipulation, analytics, creation of the dashboard. Everything can be performed with the Excel. And again, so we have here Power BI, Power BI we have to learn for the data visualization purpose, and also the competitive tool for the Power BI we have, that is Tableau, and with the cloud services we have quick sites, right? So all these tools which will be helping for us to create a visualization with the help of Power BI. And along with that we should have some programming language. So for programming language we'll be learning here Python. That is, in the Python we are focusing more into the 4 library which is dedicated for only for the process of the data analytics. One is data cleaning process, that is used by the pandas library, and we have NumPy for numerical calculations. We have matplot library for visualization, and for advanced statistical visualizations we can use the Seaborn library. Okay, so basically these are the tools and technology. As a data analyst, everyone has to be upgraded with all these tools and the skill sets. Okay, and lastly, analyst. What is data analyst? Analyst is nothing but he is a person who performs both data analysis and also the data analytics for the preparation of reports or preparation of documents, and to report the stakeholders and to have collaborations with the stakeholders and the problem of the business. This will be the data analyst profession is very useful, right? So these are the data professionals what we have. One is data analysis, data analytics, and analyst. So these are the 3 domain differences we learned as of now. So we understood what is data and the 3 terminologies. And let us see where all these particular data domain is applicable. Whether you are IT or non-IT, it doesn't matter. The data is everywhere for IT sector and also the non-IT sector, and also the MNCs. Everyone are collecting the data for their growth, for the future growth of it. So it might be the health sector, it might be the financial sector, it might be the retail, telecom, and supply chain, logistics, finance, transportations, banking sector, and yeah, educational sector. Everywhere this data analytics are applicable, and they are using the data in a wider range for improvisations of the business, right? So these are the applications of data analytics. And here next we have to understand again the difference between data analyst, scientist, and also the engineer. So we know that nowadays there is a huge competition and huge market demand for data analyst compared to data scientist and data engineer. So why? Because I think if you go through with the yesterday's recording video of the demo session yesterday, what we did. So here what happens? So data analyst is a person who will be dealing with the historical data, right? Historical data is nothing but descriptive data or diagnostic data analysis he'll be performing. And the scientist is nothing but the forecasting in the sense he'll be predicting the future with the data set. And again, data engineer, again, he'll be cleaning the data from and transferring the on-premises data to the cloud environment or a data warehouse or data lake. So these are the roles and responsibilities played by the data engineer. So one more time. So the data engineer is a person, he will be converting or he will be migrating the data from on-premises in the sense the manual one, how we will be storing the data. Suppose for an example, ABC is a company, it is storing all the data in the Excel files. Okay, so one fine day the business will grow to the taller and the data are increasing day by day for that particular domain, right? So for that what they'll do, so they will, the organization, the new business will plan for transferring their on-premise offline data to the cloud environment or else database environment. So it might be MySQL, PostgreSQL, MS SQL. So it might be the various databases. So there they want to migrate it. The migration of the on-premises to the cloud environment or data warehouse environment, the process they will be using here ETL, and also will be using another the process of procedure. All these things will be done by the data engineer to migrate the data. So basically the role is data migration from on premises to cloud environment or database environment will be taken care by the data engineer. So basically you can keep a point that data migrations is done by the data engineer, but even the data engineer also should have the knowledge of Power BI. Okay, so the next is
Sorry, can I ask a question?
yes, Elizabeth.
Okay, so the ETL, right, that you said the data engineer does. I thought data analysts as well, they do ETLs.
Yes, I'll come to that point. So everyone, so see, every domain which deals with the data, right? So here the pre-processing, the first layer of the cleaning of the raw data is done in the organization by the help of data engineer. So here they won't handle, they'll only pre-process the data into the rows and column with the help of ETL. But the analyst will use the ETL to fill the missing value, to remove the duplicates, and to remove all the uncleaned data, unstructured data will be forming with again. The second layer of cleaning will be done by the data analyst. Even they'll be using the same ETL tools. We have the different like Tableau Prep and also Tableau Prep Builder and AWS tools like Glue. And we have lot many like big bricks, so big query data, all the things we'll be using for ETL tool processor. We have different competitive tools as well for ETL. So we have to understand what is ETL. ETL is nothing but it is a extract, transform and load. And also we have one more terminology that is a extract, load and transform, ETL and ELT. The difference between ETL and ELT is nothing but first we will be extracting, transforming and then we are loading. So ELT is nothing but first we'll extract, then again we will load and then we'll transform the data. So these are the process of ETL. So we can see that demo with the help of Excel. Even in the Excel also we have an inbuilt ETL called as Power Query. And the same thing we'll be using as it is a Microsoft product. So we have the same thing ETL tool, pre-processing of the data we have in the Power BI as well. So I'll show you the demo of that as well. So this is the ETL concept. And coming to the data scientist, so what scientists will be doing? There is no huge differences of the roles and responsibility for the data analyst and also the data scientist. So here the data analyst will be using the different tools and the data scientist will be using the different tools. But the roles and responsibility remains the same, that they'll be dealing with the data on a day-to-day activity and transforming that into insights. Okay, and they'll be satisfying the business problems. So these are the day-to-day roles. But when it comes to the data scientist, they'll be more focused on machine learning, right? And there are pre-processed libraries which is designed for machine learning and the deep learning, that is of TensorFlow. And also he'll be working with the DSA. DSA is nothing but data structure algorithms. Okay, data structure and algorithms. So these are the skill set which is very much required for the data analyst to predict the future. Along with that, the statistical knowledge into the deep, like hypothesis and also the probability, all those things knowledge he should be having. Whereas here the data analyst, so the most prominent, the tool he has to be proficient with, that is of Excel. Okay, the Excel, along with that Excel, he should be proficient with the data analyst, he should be proficient with the programming language, that is Python or else R language, either of them. Okay, either of them performs the same when it comes to the data analytics tools, but the terminology of the function would have been different in each of the tools, right? So, and here the database knowledge he should be having because he has to extract the data from the databases, right? It might be Azure, AWS or Google GCP. So whatever it might be, he should be having a knowledge of importing or exporting the data from the data warehousing. And also they'll be using with the data manipulations. For that we'll be using SQL as well. And whatever he do the manipulation, cleaning, collection of data, everything after that he has to perform a EDA. EDA is nothing but exploratory data analysis. Once that is done, the business requirement will be almost 90% done with the things. The solutions will be finding out in the EDA process only. So after that, he has to keep all those things in a visualization format, because not everyone will be coming from the IT background, right? So the stakeholders may come from the non-IT background. So to make them understand, if we keep all those our analytics in a visualization form, so it will be helpful for them to take a look in a one go, that is of bird eye view, and they may ask the question on same. So we are the one, like data analyst, they should be like a storyteller. Okay, you are dealing with, suppose you are dealing with the Amazon product sales, they'll ask you, can you please tell me the length of the characters or products what we are dealing with, or else we have to customize any keywords of the content of the product, because they have to reach, the ultimate goal is to reach the customers of the worldwide. Okay, so for that you have to check with the length of the strings and the content, how it is working, and the views and the ratings, how we are getting for the particular product, and you'll be assigning the things, right? You can play different logics to that business questions, and you can answer to them. So that is how it is very important. Along with this, the data analyst plus add-on roles and responsibilities, you have to prepare a report for every project what you make. You have to prepare a documentations of every projects what you make, because at last you are the one, so you will be satisfying the businesses for his questions by providing the answers to them, right? So these are the things we have in the data analyst, scientist, and also the data engineer. Any doubts in this?
Sorry, the EDA, is it like working on pivot tables to be able to work on your charts, like the dashboard? Is that what the EDA is about?
No, actually, EDA is about everything. It includes all the calculations. It might be the visualizations, it might be the calculations of descriptive statistics, and it might be the calculations of the logics what we apply. So how many keywords has been used for this particular product, and how it is reaching. So solving every business questions with various methodologies are known as EDA. In the sense, you are deep diving more into the solution by the help of exploring your data is known as EDA. EDA is nothing but exploratory data analysis. So you are analyzing the data, you are exploring the data in a deeper way to solve the business questions. It might be you may apply any set of formula to that to get the answers to that questions.
Mm, mm. Okay, thank you.
You said that you prepare reports and you document every project that you make. What do you use to prepare the report, or are you talking about the visualizations?
Yes, visualizations is insights, and you should be preparing the documentations for your own, like it might be the PPT. Okay, so about the data, you have to prepare a PPT while you are presenting the reports to your stakeholders. It would be the formal way if you prepare a PPT in an interactive with the interactive dashboards, so that you can share that to the stakeholders in the documents of the work, the projects what you make in the meeting.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Sorry, the PPT is PowerPoint, yeah?
Sorry?
PPT is PowerPoint.
Yes. You can do with any other softwares like communications tools we'll be having. So like Jira, you can interact with the team. So you can, like, it depends on the organizations how they are expecting. So accordingly you can prepare it.
Okay, thank you.
And the tools and technologies, so I think we have discussed it. Data analyst, the main focus, some of the tools are missing over here in the slides. We'll be using Excel, Power BI, Tableau and the Power BI. These are the competitive tools which is on demand as of now in the current market. And also SQL and yeah, Python also, which is very important for data analytics. And again, so coming to the AI tools. So AI implementing for our analysis is nothing but it is very important. So basically in our current employment, so we are using the Julie's AI and other competitors. So we all know that DeepSeeker, which is in boom today, and also the ChatGPT, Black Box. So all these are the AI tools we can see along with the sessions one by one, the AI tools. So everything we have to learn, like the prompt giving in the ChatGPT, so that we can easily understand what data is. So now again, the data scientist, R language, TensorFlow, Jupyter Notebook, and also the Python also. So here data engineer, so most probably, so here the Apache Spark used to pre-process, automate the things easily with the data. So that's why this programming is very important. And also Hadoop file systems, and also the SQL. So these are the tools, knowledge he should be having, the data engineer. And there are many tools and technology. It depends on the cloud what we use. Like Snowflake we have as a database. So some of the organization prefers only the Snowflakes for us, right? So these are the main things in the data analytic professionals using the tools and technologies. And yeah, this is the very important slide. Like we have to understand what are the types of data analytics we have. So basically, the data analytics, we got to know it is a process of cleaning and transforming the data into the structured way, and out of that we'll be creating insights from it, right? So for that, we have types of data analytics. What are those types? We have descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive, right? So these are the four types, and we have data analysis types like qualitative, quantitative, exploratory, and comprehensive, and numerical, non-numerical, all those things we have, right? So here we'll understand first one, that is very important, descriptive analytics. So descriptive analytics is nothing but, we can remember this as old data. So we will be dealing with the historical data, is called as a descriptive analytics, right? So what happened in the future? Suppose you are dealing with the some of the customer service company. Let us imagine. So this is a customer service company, or else telecom company we can think of. So if it is a telecom company, so in the year 2021, so you have a sales data of the sales orders and the purchase orders, or a service orders report of that telecom company from 2021 to 2025. Okay. So you have one of the business questions, right? So you have a business question that, so can you please find out the reason of the losing of the customers for this particular telecom industry. So what you'll do as a data analyst, you'll gather all the old informations. First, the first thing we'll be doing that only, whatever the data available in the business. So we'll be exploring that to find out the business requirement. The process of dealing with, the process of working with the historical data is known as descriptive statistics. Okay, this is the one scenario. So whatever you are doing analysis, if you are using the historical data, the process is known as descriptive analytics. Okay, here the calculation of mean, mode, median to understand the flow of data. So here little statistical knowledge, the basic statistics, it is mandatory. So we can take that statistics into the next demo session, so which has a vaster range. So here you can understand what is descriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics is nothing but, you will be handling with the historical data or a past data, and you will analyze what happened in the future, what happened in the past and what will be going to happen in the future, that you will be predicting with that thing, that is called as descriptive analytics. And the second one, we have diagnostic. So diagnostic is nothing but, we are finding the reason. So as we already analyzed with the historical data, so we'll be analyzing why, what happened, when did it happen, every questions. So we are finding all the answers for that questions. Suppose here the situation, the scenario what we took, why the reason of the decline in the customer when it compares to 2021 and 2022, 2025. Suppose in 2021 we have 10,000 customers, active users. Okay, so but in 2025 we have suppose 8,000 customers, active users. So the business want to know why there is a 2,000, approximate 2,000 customer reduction. Why? What might be the reason? So if you wanna find out the reason over here, so you'll be applying various tools and technologies, formulas to know what is that exactly the reason for that, right? So the process of doing that, and this is finding why did it happen, what did it happen, when did it happen, the reason for the questions. You're finding the solution. The process is known as diagnostic analytics. Okay, one is descriptive analytics, second one is diagnostic analytics. Descriptive is nothing but you're dealing with the historical data. Diagnostic analytics is nothing but you're finding the reason for the data or else business requirement. See, these two are very important, which is performed by the data analyst. Okay, you have to focus on descriptive and diagnostics. So only these will be included. So what happened in the past and why did it happen and what can I provide the insights for the business. So these three concepts you have to remember. And then predictive and prescriptive. So here it comes to the third one, that is predictive and prescriptive. Predictive is what? Predictive is nothing but it says that predicting or forecasting the future, right? According to the previous data, we will be predicting what will happen in the future by various analysis. Here again, it comes to the machine learning, deep learning, and also the statistical algorithms and also the DSA data structure algorithms. Also the logics will be applied for this process because we have to predict the future and the probability, statistics, hypothetical testing, chi-square, z-square, all these things comes into a picture for prediction. So if you are with the prediction process, so here you have to learn all the things, that is machine learning tools and technologies to predict the future. So it comes to the roles and responsibilities under the data scientist. Okay. And the next thing is prescriptive. So once you have predicted the future by analyzing all the data, so what you have to do, you have to put all those predictions into an action, right? So all the works, all the plans, suppose the scenario what we are discussing, the customer losing of the customer for telecom industry. So here suppose a data scientist will find the solution for the reason that is of okay, the customer declined due to the higher price in the plans. Okay, it might be the reason, higher prices of the plans what we are offering, and it might be the problem in the servers. Okay, so 2000 people's reduce using the telecom services in that industry. So now predictions what they make. So the prediction is one we have to work on, we have to invest on the server part so that we can increase the performance of that particular telecom industry, and he'll be putting that applications to the, or he'll convince the organization, okay, this is the problem, you have to work on it so that you'll regain the more customers to this particular server. So again, this application server, the corrections had to be made, right? The process of implementing the ideas into an action is called as a prescriptive analytics. One is descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive. These are the 4 types of data analytics we have, okay, which is very important. And next, apart from this, we have a lot of types of data analysis like qualitative, quantitative, exploratory, and confirmatory. So quantitative is nothing but quantity, which deals with the number. Quality, which doesn't include any number, numerical values in the analysis. And again, exploratory analytics is nothing but we are exploring the data as we are discussed the EDA process. This comes under the data analysis types only. And also confirmatory analysis is nothing but it is a statistical terminology for testing the hypothesis. Hypothesis, it might be the chi-square, also z-test, all the tests will be doing to know the difference between the two variables, whether it is a positive or negative, and also for the probability testing, we'll be using the confirmatory analysis. Okay, so these are the types of data analytics and also the types of analysis. So now, so we discussed already with one of the projects with the types of examples. So this is the telecom industry. So what all the roles and responsibilities includes for the data analyst here? So here the first part, the collection of data. As we know the business requirement that we have to find out the reason for the reductions of the customer for that particular telecom industry. So what all we have understood, we have to get the data from 2021 to 2025 to see the trend pattern of the customer usage of that particular telecom services. And again, we'll be cleaning the data to see the insights, and we'll be analyzing. Analyzing is nothing but EDA. So we'll be identifying the patterns in the chunk behavior. Chunk is nothing but leaving, right? So the number of customers left the services. And the next is predictive module. And also we are creating the business insights. So these are the 5 steps or the 5 roles and responsibilities which includes in a 5 elements. The first is collection, cleaning, analysis, predictions, and also the business insights. So here most probably for the data analyst, so the predictions part doesn't include, it includes only for the scientist. Okay, so here, so these are the 4 things we have to make concentrated on these things. And
Sorry,
again, so this is
sorry. The modeling, you're saying that analysts don't do modeling? Is data scientists that do that?
no, actually the predictive modeling. So predictions is nothing but we'll be doing here with the machine learning, and we are predicting what we can do, right? So the data modeling is different. So data modeling is nothing but we are creating the relationship between the different tables for the purpose of analyzing the data. Data modeling is different. Predictive modeling is different. Both are the different concepts actually.
Okay, but is this going to be taught us in the data analyst class?
Sorry?
Are we going to be learning predictive modeling in the data analyst class?
We are learning the data modeling concepts in this. Actually, predictive modeling, it includes the machine learning, so which is very vast. And here we'll be learning the data modeling, so which is very important for analysis, that is of EDA process.
Okay, because I'm seeing it here and I'm wondering why we have it here if we're not going to learn it. Because isn't this a data analyst class?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Like you have it on your slides. We're not learning it. So I was expecting to see maybe like a data modeling instead of predictive modeling there.
Yeah, no, actually, I just wanted to say you, so how the process will work in the real time. So here, so what happens? So the same data will be taken with the data scientist as well. So here what they do, so even the difference between the data scientist and the data analyst, it is very minor. Okay, so the tools and technologies are different. So here the predictive modeling by using the machine learning. So some of the organization data analysts will do that, but most efficiently, the data modeling is the very important things. So here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. So here you can see, here we have, again, the life cycle of the diagram of the data analytics. So the first thing will be collecting the data. We are cleaning the data. We are analyzing, modeling, and also the deploying. So the deploying is nothing but whatever the insights we create, we have to deploy it to the control version, that is of Git or GitHub. So we are learning this also, how to deploy that into a portfolio, and how to deploy the particular reports into the web server, so that you can share the link to the stakeholder easily, so that you can make your particular report in a visualizations way, in the formal way, with the HTML codings and all. So I'll show you with one projects we can do with that particular deployment with a web server. Okay, so and also the monitoring and optimization. So what does it means in the sense, once we're done with all the process, we have to regularly, frequently check out with the data if there is any appends or if any inflations has been happened in the data. So we have to frequently check and optimize the data into the flow. Okay, so these are the things. So once we are done with all the part of the data analytics, once we learn with every curriculum, so what will be the career opportunity we'll be having? So we can go with the junior data analytics analyst, BI analyst, in the sense business intelligence analyst. So you'll be proficient with the Power BI, right? So you can apply a particular domain for the Power BI analyst also. So reporting analyst, visualization analyst, and market research analyst, financial analyst, operations, product, customer insights, healthcare, sales, supply chain risk, data quality analyst, and also the data engineer, and also the business analyst and quantitative analyst. So these are the job openings. So you have in both IT and non-IT for the data analytics. So if you ask me what is the ratings or what is the percentage of data analytics job openings in a worldwide, so I can rate you out of 100. So we have 80% of job openings for data analytics, and 10% for data scientist, and 10% for data engineer, right? So this is how the data analytics domain, the introduction. Data analytics, data scientist, we learned about the difference between the terminologies like data engineer, data scientist, and data analyst. So any questions from your end?
So one of my questions is, if I attend this data analytics class, are you saying after this I'll be proficient enough, like I'll have the knowledge to be able to get a data analyst role? Because
Yes.
that's going to help us with like the portfolios, and also, yes, in as much as we're learning in class, sometimes after learning, right, and you get to the real world, and then they start to give you or you start having data, or you're working with, let's say, a marketing team to analyze some things, it's kind of different if it's not like real world data. So might need support. Are you guys going to provide that as well if I were to join Durga I keep forgetting
Yes.
Durga, sorry, not Durga, Durga soft skills, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'll explain you what are the benefits of this actually the curriculum if you take. So here the tools and technologies what we are learning is one is Excel, as we discussed, right? Excel, SQL, Python, okay, and Power BI. Power BI will be learning. Along with that, so we'll be learning here version control, Git, and also the GitHub. Okay, these are the things which is very dedicated and very important to learn. Along with that, any one of the cloud services we have to learn. So AWS or GCP or Azure. So we are taking out here the AWS. So we are concentrating on AWS, fine? So these are the tools and technologies, the skills what we are gaining in this curriculum. Along with that, when it comes to the real-time projects. So projects, we can take it out for, here we can deal with the 3 to 4 projects, or we can take 4 as an average. So 4 projects we'll be dealing with. One is with the creation of Excel dashboard. Okay. So one will be creation of Excel dashboard. Okay. And the rest one is with the pandas, numpy, and also the vast libraries, metaplot library, and also the seaborn. One project is for SQL based, and all these things will be deployed by the Git. Okay, Git or GitHub. So we can deploy that with the Git or GitHub. So we can convert this particular projects, whatever we make, this particular projects into the interactive dashboard, right? We can create an interactive dashboard, and we can create a reports, and we can prepare a portfolio by that. And we can deploy that into the GitHub. So basically this portfolio, whatever you prepare, you can add it in your resume as your contributions and as your work into the data domain, so that every recruiter knows that, okay, she or he has this kind of skill set. So there'll be high chances of getting an interview opportunity. So here again, along with that, I'll be helping you with the resume building. So once we have started with our curriculum. So I'll be guiding you into how we can prepare our resume, so that it will be helping us for to add all the skill sets. So resume represents you, right? So for that, we have to concentrate more into the resume building. Whether you are from the different IT or non-IT, it doesn't matter in this data analytics domain. So you can easily switch to IT, but with if you are from the non-IT background, right? So here the tools and technologies implementations in your resume plays a vital role. So resume building is one of the important part, and the crucial part, what are the things you have to add it, right? So these are the one. And when it comes to the days of training, so the days of training would takes of 45 to 60 days. Okay, 60 days and hourly, so it will be taking 1 hour sessions or 2 hours sessions. So if possible, if you are comfortable and I'm free, so we can take it out with the weekends as well. So basically it will be Monday to Friday is a standard one. Okay, so and the timings would be 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. IST. Okay, so and apart from this, yeah, I hope I have shared the sufficient knowledge. So yeah, you can ask any questions if you have any doubts. So I'll just explain you, and if I missed something, I can tell you on it.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, I hear you. This is great. But I'm also concerned, like, this data analyst is kind of is technical. So I'm asking a question that if I sign up, right, and I go with the class, and I mean, I get the skills and everything. It's a different thing when you now get the real job, right?
Yes.
If I need help, with my real job, like, can I still refer back to you guys? Are you going to be able to help me out, guide me through until I'm steady? You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
a new environment. I'm coming from a non-IT background, so
Okay. So I think so here what I can yeah commit you that. So DurgaSoft, they are only committed with the sharing of the knowledge. And here along with that, we are helping you out with the resume building, and also I can give you the how to answer in the interview for that particular questions. Okay. So which will helps you to grab the job easily, and you can sign off according to that. So after the half of the after the completion of this particular course only, meanwhile you can prepare a lot for this domain, and then you'll be having a confidence, then you can easily switch on to the other jobs.
okay. But is there
Yes.
like a community where we can help each other in case we get a job so we can stay in the job? You know what I mean?
Yes.
There is?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, Hello, ma'am. Akash this side. I want to ask some questions.
Yes, Akash, you can ask.
Ma'am, the projects we are going to do is for Excel dashboard, you said, right?
Yeah, no, the one of the projects we are dealing with the Excel dashboard, and rest of the thing for Python, Power BI, and also SQL will be doing. So total 4 projects we are doing. So this is one of the thing, Excel dashboard in the 4. Okay, we are dealing with the SQL projects as well. So SQL projects includes manipulation of the data, extraction of the data. Okay, so this is the one, and also we'll be using the Python also, right? So by using the Python and the Power BI projects also, we can do it.
Second question is, ma'am, what is the difference between what is actually Git or GitHub, and what is the difference between the two?
So the basic difference is nothing but Git is a local repository, GitHub is a remote repository, GitHub.
Okay. So what
Yeah.
I know about GitHub is we used to find out different codes and try to use that in our own analysis, and that is what the use of GitHub. But what we are doing it here, what is the use of GitHub for us?
Yeah, as you told, that is one of the point actually. So we can store all our projects. That is when it comes to a Python. So we'll be dealing with the codings only, right? So we can store
Yes.
the code. We can store the code in the GitHub. Okay, whatever we make an analysis. When it comes to the Excel dashboard, you will be not having any codings over there. So what we can do, we can create a portfolio out there. So as it is a README file, we have a README file. We can add all our visual with the help of readme.os, and we can create a portfolio in that, and we can deploy it as a website, web server. So that is the one of the thing we can do in the GitHub to present our projects.
So you want to say that it's a showcase of what
Mm-hmm.
we have learned, what we have created to the public,
Yes.
right? To the
Yeah,
public.
exactly. Exactly.
So that any recruiter can find me there and see what I have learned, and that's the practical laboratory to showcase what I have learned, right?
Exactly.
Okay, okay, understood, understood.
Yes.
I heard you say what the difference between GitHub and Git was, but could you just repeat that for clarification? So GitHub is where you're putting the project, right?
Yes, yes. GitHub is a remote repository, like where you'll be deploying all your projects in it so that you can showcase that to the recruiter about your projects, what you've done. Okay. So Git
And
is
what is the
nothing,
Git?
sorry.
Sorry, what's the Git?
Git is a local repository which will be inside your local device.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Right, ma'am. Understood, understood.
Yeah. Thank you, Akash.
And ma'am, one more question. What are we going to learn in AWS?
Oh, yeah, great question. I missed that. So here we will be learning in the AWS. So AWS Redshift, which is called as a data warehouse, and we'll be learning AWS Athena, right? Athena is nothing but the same thing, whatever we learn in the SQL, right? The query writing can be done in the AWS service. So these are the AWS service provider, which where we can perform the same roles and responsibilities or same set of activities what we do in the different tools like Excel, SQL, Power BI, and Python. So here this acts as a data warehouse, the Redshift, where we can dump all the data. And here Athena is nothing but we can write the query in the Athena and we can fetch the data from the data warehouse. Okay, so this is the one. And we have AWS S3 bucket as well. So we can learn about the S3. So where we can save all the file systems and the folder systems and also other data in the S3 buckets. And along with that, we can learn with the AWS QuickSight. So what is this QuickSight? QuickSight is nothing but it is used for visualizations. Okay, the QuickSight. And one more that is of AWS Redshift, Athena, QuickSight. Yeah, AWS Glue. Glue is a ETL tool.
Glue is a what?
Glue is a ETL tool where we can perform extract. We can extract the data from the data warehouse, and we'll be transforming the data according to the business requirements. We'll be cleaning the data and handling the missing value, duplicates, everything. The cleaning, the transformation of data can be done in AWS Glue, and we can load it again.
So this is
Okay,
how the whole life cycle in AWS ecosystem, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
okay.
And
So
Azure, I'm sorry, Akash, Azure is Microsoft, yes?
Yeah, Azure and Microsoft also, we have the same thing, but the terminologies differs. So here they use big data query and also the data flakes and data factory, Azure data factory. So these are the different terminologies what they use in the different clouds. But the roles and responsibilities and the usage of the tools are same.
Will you be the professor? Will you be teaching?
Yeah, I'll be teaching with all these tools. Uh, and the duration would be taking like 45 to 60 days, Monday to Friday. So it
And
may
only
extend.
30 minutes a day?
Sorry, Tracy.
I'm sorry, it's only 30 minutes.
It's in 1 hour actually. Sorry, I have added seven, right? 7:30. I'm so sorry for that.
Worries.
Yeah.
Okay, so one more question, ma'am. So, what I understood about AWS is whatever we are performing on our PC. So for example, collection of data, cleaning of data, visualizing it, analyzing it. So, same thing we will do it on AWS so that our data is not lost in the process, right?
Exactly. It's a cloud environment. This what we are learning is on-premises environment.
So, these four platforms you mentioned is all free or paid one?
It's a paid one actually. If you log in with the free tier, that is of 70 hours free tier account will be there, right? So if you log in with that, we can learn all those things with that 70 with free only. So it is a pay as you go model, right? So all cloud services. So we have a free tier. We have to log in with the free tier accounts and we can start practicing with it.
So, generally, what used to be cost of using these four platforms on AWS? Five, actually.
The price, it depends actually how much the data we store. It depends on the data, completely depends. So
So,
yeah,
for example, Google Drive gives us 25 GB storage, right? I think 25 GB storage they are giving it free. So, for example, if we go by 25 GB is the one Google Drive give, na?
yeah.
So, for example, if the same space if I occupy on AWS, how much it will be going to cost me?
Uh,
I mean, just roughly, I'm asking, just roughly, just an estimate. That's it.
I can it may cost around the dollars of 20 to 25.
Fine, fine, perfect, perfect, understood. And my second question is, ma'am. So, for example, on my PC, I'm doing certain analysis, so I need to do it perform on daily basis. So,
Mhm.
will we learn some scheduler or automation process also, so that the basic thing or the few things of our analysis is done automatically?
Yes, we can do that Python actually by writing the Apache scripts. So we can do that. We can learn like 5 to 6 automations. Okay. So for data cleaning and also for the data automations and the cleaning process only we'll learn with the 4 to 5 automation process in Apache,
Okay,
PySpark
understood,
with the help
understood,
of Python. Yeah.
understood. And scheduler, ma'am, scheduler.
Scheduler comes in the SQL, so we can that is covered in the syllabus actually. The scheduler is already there. So we
Okay,
are learning that. Yes.
okay, perfect, understood, ma'am.
Yes.
Actually, I have a question about Hello.
Ma'am, yesterday I paid all the fees, the dues. So
Mhm.
the person who was speaking to me from DurgaSoft said that you need to speak to teacher. So she will
Mhm.
add to some group or some other place, I think.
Okay, yeah. So just ping me your WhatsApp number so I can add you to the WhatsApp group. And our regular classes will start from Monday, so we can add it on Monday. No worries, Akash. So as of now,
So
so uh,
if you can give me your number, I can ping you.
okay, you can share over here. So in the
Okay, on the
chat
chat,
box.
on the
Yeah,
chat, huh?
yeah.
So you said there is a community. So once we finish this and we're fully ready to go look for a job in 60 days, I know you said interview help, but let's say we get the interview, we land the job, right? In the
Yes.
job, when we have tasks and we need a little support, do we
Mhm.
are we still able to reach out to you for support?
Yeah, you can reach out to me for the support actually.
And how will we go about reaching out to you?
So I'll provide you my email address and also the contact number, the WhatsApp details will be having, right? So once we are in connect, so I'll just give you 9535. So this will be my WhatsApp number. So you can, sorry, it's direct, right, for everyone in the meeting.
Ma'am, I posted my details on chat.
Okay, Akash. So fine. Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am.
I'll add it after some times.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. So, and Vicky had some questions. So here I do with the course. So I have a career gap. Yeah, if you have a career gap, so we can fill with all the projects what you make in the gaps. So you can, again, it will be, gap will be filled with experience, whatever we learn in this curriculum, and we can easily switch to the jobs. No issues with that, Vicky. Thank you.
Thank you. So how are we going to like convert it? Because if we're gonna pay, the amount is in Indian currency. How
Mm,
we
okay, I don't have idea about that payments method. So once you just connect with the DurgaSoft team, so they'll guide you on it. I think it's in Indian currency only, the Phone Pay or Google Pay, the online digital transfer mode. So they have, so you can use that method. So I don't have idea how they accept the amount from the students. So once Elizabeth, just check with the management.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes, Janvi.
So can we get any recordings for the future reference, like in case?
Yes, obviously you'll be getting a recording, and access of that recording will be last for 1 year, one or more than 1 year. So you can
Okay.
access anytime. Yes.
Sure, and I have one more question where I have seen in the course details, like it has been mentioned like around 6 projects over there. And
Mm-hmm.
while in the demo class, you had mentioned that we are going to have like around 4 projects. Like, are we going to get the remaining project? I mean, details for reference. Like recruiters will sometimes will ask for different kind of projects, right? So can we refer them and can like and say to the recruiter we had did in this project?
Exactly. So see, 4 projects we'll be doing on during the classes, and 2, or if you want, I can give you more projects as assignments. So you can
Okay,
practice more on it. So you can add in your projects.
sure, thanks.
And you
So the
review the
classes are going
project,
to
right?
start in the on next Monday?
Yeah, coming Monday, like today is the second day of demo, right? So tomorrow and day after tomorrow will be the demo sessions. After
Okay.
that, so if possible, the Friday also we can start with the sessions, the live sessions, or else we can take it out for Monday.
And I have one more doubt. Can we cover this, if we take daily 1 hour, can we cover this syllabus?
Yes, we
Or
can cover the syllabus actually. So it's not like exactly 60 days. It may varies like, 5 days more, because it depends on how we will be learning, the process of learning. We have to concentrate on each and every topics, right? So, but if we go on a faster pace, it will be covered in 60 days. If we go little moderate way, so it lasts like, 5 to 10 days. That varies here and there.
got you.
Uh, Ma'am, one more question, please.
Yes, Akash.
Ma'am, after completion of course, so for example, in past many people have been attended and completion the course. So what was the best salary offered after completion of this course? In India, I'm talking about.
Okay, in India, for fresher in India, they are having 8 LPA. So one of my student, her name is Monica and the Soumya, both they got hired and they messaged me. So they got like, with the offer of 8 LPA. Okay, so and one more Monica, she got like 6.5 something, because she is from the non-IT background, right? So with the domain tool knowledge, which included in their offer is, that is Excel and the SQL, which is more concentrated one, and along with the Power BI skill. So these are the tools, 3 tools they got a job for that. Yeah. So for fresher, and for experienced one, there will be, depending on their previous salary, the 30% hike they'll be providing. Along with that, if the market demand is high, like Amazon and the rest of the companies, they are hiring for data analysts like Deloitte, right? So Walmart, all they are hiring for data analysts. So what they'll do is they'll give you the package according to the computations and the experience what you hold. So the freshers you can demand for 8 LPA.
And any student placed in on Salesforce, ma'am, in past?
I don't have any idea of that actually. I forgot with the Salesforce.
No problem. No problem, ma'am. Please continue. That's it. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, then fine. So if you are done with all the Q&As, so we can end up with the sessions and we can connect tomorrow, right?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
6:30,
Yes.
6:30, right?
No, the demo sessions will be 7 to 8 and the live classes will start at 6:30 to 7:30.
Wait.
Okay,
Yes.
So we have another demo class tomorrow.
Yeah, this week we'll be having the demo classes only. So you can attend the demo classes regularly. Yeah.
Okay. Will it be another topic entirely?
We can take it out tomorrow. Excel topic. The what all it includes in the Excel. So tomorrow we can take it out Excel.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you all.
Ma'am, I was told that recordings and the course material will be provided separately. So, since I have already joined, so can I get access to the recordings and course material?
Yes, you can get the course materials and the recordings. It would be with the DURGASOFT team only. So just ping them. Okay, please share me the drive access of the recordings, so they'll give you. So as of
Sure.
now, yeah, no classes has been taken for the new batch. So you'll be getting only the recordings of your batch only.
Okay. So past recording, no. Only for our session we can get the recording.
Exactly.
So what I was thinking that if there is something available in past, so I have 3 days holiday now, so I can go through that and learn something at least. I can start learning. So that's what I was thinking. But yes, course
Okay.
material, if will course material will be provided, so I'll go through the course material only, no problem.
Okay. So just talk to the management once, and then if they are providing, so you can.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. So fine then. So I have another meeting starts at 8:15. So I have to jump over there. So we can connect tomorrow. Just make a list of questions if you have, so we can discuss it on tomorrow, right? So thank you so much.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you. But
Thank
sorry, Miss. Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
Elizabeth.
I'm just saying, like, when we start the class, I hope you're gonna slow down because you talk fast, and sometimes it's kind of hard to grab like what you're saying.
Oh, okay then. Fine. Thank you
Maybe
so much
you
for
might
the
want to
input.
slow
Yeah.
down.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. No worries. Yeah, no worries, Elizabeth. So I'll teach you in a slower pace only. No worries.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Thank you so
Right.
much. Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Lovely. Mhm.
Yeah, I love it. Bye.
Good day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.